What's up, fellas?
Oh, Mr. Chipper Jones.
All right. Nice to meet you. How's everything? You guys doing all right? I'm gonna shake everybody's hand, so y'all get your asses up and come shake my hand. What's up? What's up? You doing all right? Nice jersey in there. Like it? Let me change jersey. Very nice. Nice to meet you guys. You guys been waiting long? All day. All day? Smart ass. Like it. Nice.
Guys, another very important person, his right-hand man, good friend of mine too, B.B. Abbott. He's Chipper's probably best friend and also his agent, but he's a very close friend of mine too, and he's one of the ones probably got more of this done than you knew you were coming for. B.B. had this done. We were talking about this, but just stand up and let these guys introduce themselves real quick. Go ahead, Ryan. Just tell me where you're from.
I'm Ryan Owens. I'm from Florida. I'm a freshman teacher.
I'm Nick Bateman. I'm from Philadelphia.
Josh Strong, lefty pitcher from Florida.
I'm Brock Goodwin. I'm right-handed pitcher from Mount Union, Pennsylvania.
Michael Green, right-handed pitcher from Raleigh, North Carolina.
I'm Austin Barber, senior catcher from Greenville, South Carolina.
Matt Lobas, senior first baseman from Marietta, Georgia.
Tyler Klitsch, senior pitcher from Maryland.
Matt Pierpont, senior pitcher from Pittsburgh. I'm Stephen Howe, senior right-handed pitcher from West Palm Beach, Florida.
I'm Tony Briner. I'm a catcher from Milwaukee.
Caden Hepler, freshman pitcher from Pennsylvania.
Steve Wallace, freshman infielder from North Carolina.
Luke Maldonado, infielder from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Chase Willie, sophomore outfielder from Memphis, North Carolina.
Max Vogel, senior outfielder from Pittsburgh.
Mark Lowry, infielder from Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Tyler Galvin, senior, and I'm a coach.
Joey Dolan from Pennsylvania, and I'm a left fielder.
Devin Walker, freshman catcher, Louisville, South Carolina. Left side, freshman pitcher, Columbia, South Carolina.
Mayor Keels, junior pitcher from Columbia, South Carolina.
Kyle Edwards, freshman infielder from Westminster, South Carolina.
Mike Patrick, freshman outfielder from South Carolina.
TJ Oleschuk, junior outfielder from New York.
Reed Langdale, junior catcher from Charleston. Drew Hardy, senior outfielder from here in Rockville.
Chad Smith, redshirt sophomore from right here in South Carolina.
Wayne Daniels, junior infielder from Charlotte. Eric Reed, senior pitcher from Pennsylvania.
Joey Strain, freshman pitcher from Maryland.
Clay Olman, sophomore catcher from Myrtle Beach.
Sam Cadet, pitcher from Delaware.
Mission Rock, senior pitcher from Augusta, Georgia. Jason Driver, pitcher shortstop from Maryland.
Kyle Rasmussen, redshirt freshman from Lexington, South Carolina, infield outfield.
Well, it's nice to meet you guys. Been looking forward to every year. You know, I come and talk to a certain club, certain school. We're going to, where have we gone? We're going to Georgia Southern, we're going to Mercer, Tennessee, Georgia Tech. So I'm glad to be here in Rock Hill, South Carolina, visiting you guys. I always enjoy coming and just letting you guys pick my brain, you know. I mean, if you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I love interacting with the next generation. I'm 40 years old. Recently retired from Major League Baseball. I played I played professional baseball for 23 years. I got drafted by the Atlanta Braves 2 days after I graduated high school in 1990, and I've been living out of a suitcase ever since. It's been an awful lot of fun. This game has given me everything that I have. It's costed me 2 marriages. So it's, you know, it has its pros and it has its cons, but you know, overall, you know, I think Phoebe will be the first one to tell you that when you know, we were 4, 5, 6 years old, you know, we would go out in the backyard and we would imitate lineups. You know, I would be the Dodgers. I was a huge Dodger fan. He was a big Reds fan, and you know, he was 2 years older than me. He used to kick my butt pretty good when we were in the backyard. When we got to be about 10 or 12, that stopped happening as much. But, you know, I can certainly say that being able to play, you know, against him and his friends, being 2, 3, 4 years older than me, it made me a lot better player, because I don't know about the rest of you guys. I don't like getting picked last for, you know, kickball games and, you know, football games, flag football games, and obviously baseball games. But it encouraged me to have to go out and be better, you know, and I think all the way up, you know, when I was coming up in Little League, and, you know, I was 9 years old playing with 12-year-olds, and I was in American Legion ball. When I was 15, I was playing with 18 and 19-year-old guys. I really had to up my game, and, you know, up until the last few years with the Braves, I always felt like I was kind of low man on the totem pole, you know. I mean, to be accepted by the Maddoxes and the Glavins and the Smoltzes, you had to step your game up a little bit. So I've always had that motivation inside me, and I think any of you guys who have, you know, the heart and the determination to take your career further, it doesn't have to be just baseball. You know, some of you guys in here may want to be doctors, lawyers, school teachers, whatever. My father was a public school teacher for 30 years and helped coach down at Stetson University with TR and Clint a long time ago. So I encourage you guys to stay tunnel visioned in on what your goals are. You know as well as I do that peer pressure is tough, you know. You give into a lot of temptations. You guys go out and stuff and wanting to get into trouble and whatnot. Trust me, I know, I've been there. It's, you know, but there comes a time when you have to be selfish to a certain extent. You have to look yourself in the mirror and say, is this the right decision for me? Is this the right decision for 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the road? And I think when you put those things into perspective, it'll all clean itself out for you. You guys have fun. It's college. You're supposed to have fun. You know, you're away from home. Some of you are away from home. Some of you are from right here, but you're away from home. Have your fun. These guys are great. They come from great baseball backgrounds. Listen, because I came up in the same baseball background. My godfather is the longtime head baseball coach at Stetson University. He's been there, 35 years at least. His name's Pete Dunn. He was my father's roommate in college at Stetson University. My father was a shortstop. Got drafted by the Chicago Cubs. Didn't sign. Had a little bun in the oven, so he figured he better, you know, go to work. And he became a public school teacher, and I came, you know, soon thereafter. He didn't get to realize his dream. He's been living vicariously through me for the last, 35, 40 years. So make your parents happy. Play for the name on the front of the jersey before the name on the back, but don't forget the one on the back, because that one's pretty important too. I just want to wish you guys the best of luck. You guys got anything you want me to sign, or you guys want to ask any questions? Go ahead.
Shoot, if there's any questions, fellas, you don't get this opportunity.
You guys been talking about this for 2 weeks?
Yeah. Can you go through your approach?
I love to believe that, and my approach at the plate has always been to make, okay, pitchers, I want to ask you your approach. What do you want to command more than anything? Most pitchers will tell you they want to command the fastball on the outside corner at the knees, okay? Most guys will tell you that. So me as a hitter, I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to work my tail off to make that pitch out there my strength, because I know that eventually he wants to go out there. And if that's where his comfort zone is, and I make him make an adjustment, now I'm making him do something he's not real comfortable doing. And most guys, you know, I'm 6'4", 225. Most guys, they don't, you know, they know that if they come in here, they risk me jumping ship. And a lot of guys don't have the balls to do that. So my approach is always to stay from gap to gap. That's where my power is. I think if you look most of the time at my career numbers, most of my damage was done from gap to gap. I feel more comfortable, shoulder staying in and staying up the left center field gap because I know eventually he's gonna go out there with a fastball. And I'm always hunting the fastball. I'm not real big on
Good stuff, huh?
hitting sliders and curveballs.
Real quick, but I want you guys, quick question, but we gotta roll up a little bit. So
Yeah,
you
that's
guys wanna
fine.
get some signs up, and we gotta get them over here to the press conference.
Who was the
One
most
more.
difficult pitcher you had to face in your career?
Probably the one guy I hated facing the most was Kevin Brown. He was big righty, roid head from Georgia Tech guy, yeah. I don't know. He was a lot of elbows, kneecaps, and some filth, man. I mean, he'd throw the two-seamer, he could cut it in on you. He had the four-seamer over the top. He had the split. It was just one of those guys that no matter how much film I watched of him, he always seemed to get the best. I mean, I got him a couple times, but he by far got me more. I was 0 for 27 at one point against Hideo Nomo, too. 0 for 27, he threw a perfect game against me. But, it was, you're going to have guys. I mean, I got some thumbers out there that I couldn't touch either. Most of the guys that threw hard, that threw, 95, 96, four-seam over the top, I could hit those guys.
Guys, we'll just go right around the room. Just go right around the room.
They just want to make a statement. Go up there.
Yeah,